Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh, we're here. That's okay. I'm back. Hi. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. Just felt the urge. But hi! I'm back. Hi, Noka. We're off to some more Ace Attorney, but this time it's more Ace Attorney Investigations, which I'm excited for because we're playing a flashback case where we're little baby Edgeworth. And I'm really excited to see what happens in this in the past. We already got to see little baby Franziska, which made me smile. A lot of babies, even like a younger Gumshoe too, which I was not expecting. Oh, excuse me. And they even got his, like, his rookie coat before it got all dirty. Oh. But I had my dance number, I freshened up, I drank water. Let's just get into the game, right? Like, let's just go. Let's just freaking get into it. She's already fucking laughing at me. I just started the game and she's already laughing at me. I can never know peace. Edgeworth is just a joke. There you go. I think it's because I moved too far away from her. Alright. So now we gotta investigate more. Let's see. To have set these two men up to make it look like they killed each other. If there's one thing I cannot forgive, it's the desecration of the dead. I was expecting her to laugh at him. Stop! I just want to go over here. It's just another cheap sofa. If I should buy one for my office, I'll be sure to select a much more luxurious one. Hi, Magna! Alright, let's talk to her. These plastic bags look like they fell here by chance at first glance. But all of them, with the exception of the bloody one, are just camouflage. I suppose you could call this a twist on the old to hide a tree, hide it in the woods. Alright, let's talk to her. So, what do you want to ask me about? The KG-8 incident. The current case of the murdered Kodopian Embassy staff member. I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG-8 incident. Only among you law enforcement. Aren't you a lawyer? Girl, you're a lawyer too. You are also part of the law enforcement. And? What about it? I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG-8 incident. I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers. No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG-8 incident. I'd appreciate it if you'd stop with the false accusations. Faceless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom, don't you know? I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here. You can stop making that ultra serious face in front of me? If you could please stop laughing for just 1 second! I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her exactly how related to the KG-8 incident she is. Yep, we gotta present the newspaper clipping. Miss Yu. I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KG-8 incident. That file is your proof? Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG-8 incident? To the victim. Your connection to the KG-8 incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? Sorry, but we're not related. What? Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look on your face. I couldn't help but... It's you. I ask that you please tell me the truth. Alright, I'll tell you everything I know. As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister, CCU. As I thought. And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial. By Manny Kochin. But because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree. All because of a lack of evidence. No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist. What? I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Kochin's trial was over.
Apparently, a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence. Then the evidence had been tampered with! Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling ring being run out of the Amano group by one of his secretaries. They bailed Mr. Kochin out. Turns out they were in league with each other all along. How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation? I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense. On this case that people are calling the second KG-8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, I know. You mean you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring? I don't know what to think.
Tell me about Manny.
Why did Mr. Kochin want to meet with you earlier? Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he'd arrived. He figured she'd say hi. And one other thing. Looks like he couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh boy, stop it with the scary face already!
I'm fine. Really. I gave him a good slap across the face. The way she talks about slapping him as she laughs away is kind of creepy. But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around and people in the gallery claimed that he was in his seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh? That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Edgeworth, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we? Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see.
Look at you with your game face on, ready to go! I'm making no such face! Did you know? Laughter is the best medicine, Edgeworth.
Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? I'm charged with making sure that all the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've gotta get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. She's awesome. I like her. The KG-8 incident and this murder investigation. It is my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus, that detective, Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth.
Oh! Anime frog I found on Google. I didn't realize we were that close to the end. Okay. Or rather, oh no, that was just like that part, not the end of the episode. Okay. Still, I didn't realize we were that close. What is he doing? What is he doing? What is he doing? And what is he doing? There's a lot going on around here.
Sir, what is to become of the trial into the Kodopian embassy staff member's murder? Indeed, since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead. The case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely.
Ah, looks like you'll just have to wait just a bit longer for your big debut.
I suppose it can't be helped.
He did have his big debut in Ace Attorney 3.
The evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. You're like 2, why are you here? I think she's 13? Let me double check. She's 13 right now? Yeah, she's 13, because I think she's 5 years younger than Edgeworth. I believe Edgeworth is supposed to have had his debut trial when he was 18. Either 18 or 19. Either of the two. But I think Edgeworth is 18 right now. So they're both babies.
Sir, what do you think about the murder of the Kodopian Embassy staff member? And the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rao?
What an outrageous circus has it all become. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete.
An outrageous circus. Right, sir.
I grew weary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case.
Papa, you'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you?
I'll consider it.
He never did.
Sir, if I may, please allow me to continue with my investigation.
Whatever for.
I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rao. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt.
The perfect proof. Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you has no right to claim such a thing as perfection! Damn.
Papa, who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders?
He doesn't know.
Miles and I were competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. It would give us some real-life experience. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh my god, she's helping us in her own weird little Von Karma way. If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish.
Then, you're allowing us to continue.
In court, your top priority is to win. With a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. We have to make sure you become recognized as a first-rate prosecutor, don't we? It wouldn't be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Edgeworth, Franziska, see to it I am not disturbed, save for the results of your competition. Yes, sir.
Of course, Papa.
Franziska, thank you.
What are you thanking me for? Your logic earlier was built on that scruffy detective's lie. That means that the competition is still on.
Yes, just as you wished.
Because it lets you get off so easily. Now then, let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here, Miles Edgeworth.
I know I don't have enough information yet. My first order of business will be to question anyone involved with this case.
There's a lot happening in this room. Oh my god, look at her! Hold on. Yee, she's so little! She's so tiny! Oh my god, she's so little! Actually, can I investigate around here? Is there anything I can... It's the witness stand.
I'll make sure that each and every person that ever stands here will be found guilty.
There are others besides the defendant that stand on this podium, you know.
I don't care! Just make sure you never end up standing at one of these. Or you'll be sorry.
I'll keep that in mind. He ended up standing in one of these.
It's the defense attorney's bench. I'd probably be standing on this side of the courtroom if that incident hadn't happened.
Oh, what are you thinking about? Lately, the more wrinkly your face becomes, the less I'm able to read what you're thinking.
Well, I never! I'll have you know I don't have a single wrinkle upon my youthful brow! You're 18, why did you say it like that?
Any day now I'll be taking my rightful place behind this bench.
By that time, I should already be standing here.
I'd be downright disgraceful if I beat you to it, wouldn't it?
If that were to happen, Franziska, I'll eat my cravat. Wait, can we investigate the judges' seat? Oh my god, we can. The judge's chair. It must be wonderful to be able to sit the whole time.
Yes, as opposed to us prosecutors and defense attorneys who have to stand. I think it'd only be fair if the judge had to stand the whole time too.
His Honor is an old man. He should be afforded some comforts.
Fine, he can enjoy his chair, but he'll share in our pain through my lashes.
I fear for the judge if Francisca were to ever become a real prosecutor. Oh my god. Oh! A little achievement. Sweet.
This must be the judge's desk. You can tell by the gavel sitting on top.
I had a dream once that I was being squashed from above by this gavel.
You're such a weakling, Miles Edgeworth.
You have no idea how frightening it was. Ace Attorney 2 reference, baby! What's this table over here? Is this where they keep all the evidence?
It's the viewing gallery. This is where the riffraff sit when they come to watch.
It's situated at the same height as the judge's bench. I wonder if that's to represent the intense scrutiny of each and every case from all sides.
Miles Edgeworth, are you or are you not man enough to stand up to all those eyes?
What sort of... Of course I'm man enough! Alright, what's going on over here? Sir! Nothing to report, sir! Is there no one who will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job?
Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Then this cat can have fun in a waking nightmare after being awakened from his dream.
Actually, let's not. I kind of feel sorry for him now. What's the matter, officer? I've been standing here for forever, sir, and I really need to go to the bathroom. Why don't you just make a quick trip? The nearest one isn't that far, is it? No, it's a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone. So, I'm gonna hold it! Perhaps Detective Gumshoe can be a positive influence on the force after all. I can't stop the water, sir! It seems that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much.
Bunch of fools who pretended to not see the foolishly foolish actions of a foolish fool!
Well then, why don't you lend the officer a hand?
As if I should have anything to do with this. Besides, that water drinking fool's mouth is the thing that officer should be covering. Let's give that officer a description of the water guzzler later.
She seems to have quite the grudge. It sounds to me like someone wanted a drink. She was thirsty! What's with these police officers? This is why murder happens so often in this city, in Japanifornia. Ugh. This is why murder happens so much in these games. Because we got officers like this. Wow! This thing is so incredibly detailed! My inner modeling fanboy is impressed! I'm not exactly a fan of plastic models, per se. But even I can sense the superb quality of this model.
I simply cannot comprehend how that man can feel so much love for such a trifle.
Oh? I see. Ah, Edgeworth.
You're a disciple of my father. So you could do it to guard yourself against an interest in such unproductive things.
Yes. Perhaps I should take up whipping people, like the young lady over here. Miss you? Oh, it's you, Edgeworth. And who are you? Wait, you were at the crime scene just now, weren't you?
You should be disbarred for not knowing who I am. I am Francisca Buntkarma, and I am about to become the successor of the family name.
About to? I guess that means that for now, you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you are.
What? Why are you whipping me?
Anyway, it looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. There's one thing I can't stand, it's waiting. I'm terribly sorry, but I have a few more questions to ask of you. Look at you! Eyebrows scrunched with lines on your forehead! And that to ask of you. What exactly is so funny? Sorry. I guess I'm just bad at dealing with super serious atmosphere. Apparently, they failed to teach you proper behavior at a crime scene in law school. I feel much better now. So, what is it you want to talk about? Oh, excuse me. I'd like to inquire as to where you were at the time of the murder. We were in defendant lobby number 1 the whole time, up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. You were with Detective Bad? Why? We had a little something to discuss, that's all. Okay. So I take it that you were acquaintances with Detective Bad? Yeah, he was the detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. Detective Bad is also related to that incident? That's right. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister, Cece. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth?
Miles Edgeworth! I have no idea what you two are talking about! I've heard of the KG-8 incident from my papa. But how does that case relate to you, monsieur?
The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister.
You're making that super serious face again!
I'm fine. Really. Just making a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. The way she talks about doing that as she laughs away is kind of creepy. Oh, speaking of Mr. Bad, he and Mr. Faraday, I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagarasu made a move. It was practically a given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. I see. Did he mention that he is in charge of the Yatagarasu? He did mention that he was in charge of the Yatagarasu investigation earlier. Maybe I should ask her of what she knows about the Yatagarasu in more detail. Okay. What about the time of the murder? You claim that at the time of the murder you were with Detective Bad.
But don't you lawyers always discuss the trial with your clients during recess?
We do. And that's what I was planning to do. But Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening, and he dragged Mr. Rell away. After that, Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. And what did you talk with Detective Bad about? Nothing interesting. I just insulted him some. Talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Bloody... When she's not laughing, her mouth seemingly spews nothing but insults. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in defendant lobby number 1 when the murders happened. So I really can't tell you anything about the hallway of our lobby number 2. I see. She loves laughing and threatening people. I kinda love her for that. I'd like to ask you a few questions about your client, Mr. Mac Rell. Now, your client first claimed to be the Yatagarasu, is that correct? Yeah. Once I heard that, it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence of KG-8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out, Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up. He made it up? Mr. Rell's crime was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there is no footage of him sneaking into the Cadopian embassy itself.
Hold on for just 1 second. Then you mean to say that you knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu, and that he was just another cold-blooded killer, and you were ready to defend him?
Yes, that's right. I see. So a defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals.
That's why defense lawyers are so detestable. But they are no match for us Von Karmas.
I don't believe it! You're serious! Why don't you save that face for something really worth being serious about? And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG-8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him. Ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. I'm sorry. Forgive my rashness. Yeah, man. That she makes a really good point. Like, she got those two. Miss Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu, huh? I don't really know much about the character myself, but I do get a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Requests from companies? The Yatagarasu isn't some petty thief out for money, you know.
Alright then, perhaps the Yatagarasu is in the business of stealing people's lives.
You're not very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? Franziska, be careful about who you whip! Choose carefully or we may be like, no!
There! I chose carefully, just like you wanted.
Just now was hilarious, little Missy.
Of course it was.
What is wrong with these two women? Why does my pain give them delight? They're sadists.
And, so in the end, what is the Yatagarasu? I have to say I had never even heard of this thief when I was in Germany.
The Yatagarasu deals in information, namely in digging up dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and then makes it public for all to use.
Vigilante or not, this person sounds just like another criminal to me.
I suppose you could put it that way too. But either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. Sounds like Miss Yu is profiting nicely. I suppose I've gotten all I can out of Miss Yu. I should move on and speak with Detective Gumshoe now. The Thinker... It's a bookshelf. What's this? Judge's Trial Exchange Log. It appears to be a journal where the various judges share their thoughts and ideas. The real daily lives of the judges are laid out here on these pages.
There's nothing about the court in here. It's just page after page of unrelated dribble.
Judging by the content, they are very enthusiastic about the courthouse's daily menu. And it would appear that fried oysters are a favorite.
I have no use for such foolishly foolish words from that foolishly foolish crowd.
Someone please assure me that this is not the true state of this country's judiciary. Detective Gumshoe. Hey, it's you, pal. You're here. Youch!
As am I.
I don't think you needed to whip him to let him know that. I didn't do it, pal! I swear on my honor as a detective, I really didn't! Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Once the investigation is fully over, and should we find out that you are the killer, there will be no mercy to be had for you. Have a heart, pal! But you're not worried, right? After all, you have nothing to worry about if you really are innocent, that is. That's right! Hey, pal, go and do your perfect investigation and get the real killer for me, will you? I would have done so even had you not requested me to, detective. Let's see. So you and Mr. Faraday had a small meeting last week, did you? And what exactly did you do to make him so angry? I just asked Detective Bad the same thing myself, pal. Turns out he was mad at me because of my very first day as a detective. I reported in at my usual post instead of the Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really, really late. And that's when he gave me the huge speech.
I remember doing the same exact thing in elementary school. On the first day of school every year, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom.
How pathetic for the detective to be comparable to a mere school child. You claimed to be standing guard in front of the door to lobby number 2 during the recess. However, when
When did you receive the order to do so, and from whom? Earlier at around 3:20, and from Detective Bad, pal. Today's trial took a really crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday.
And yet something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty.
Ow! Your words sting worse than your whip. So it was Detective Bad who ordered him to stand guard, huh? Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Nope. Not a thing, pal.
In that case, allow us to take a look at what you are carrying on your personage.
Ah! Wait! You can't do that!
There's nothing of any particular value here.
Well, my handcuffs and badge were confiscated by Detective Badge, so, you know.
And what is that open envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket?
Hands off, pal!
Just show it to us already!
Yow!
Annual bonus check within. $5 total. Except there is no check inside.
You've had your look now. Give it back, pal! It's my first bonus as a brand new detective! I just got it and cashed it today. I had literally no cash on me up until I did, you know? Oh, that envelope is really special to me. Now give it back!
You don't need rubbish like this. Don't worry, we'll throw it away for you later.
How could you?
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I need to take him in for questioning now. I think I've asked him just about everything I needed to. No, wait. Since he became a suspect, there is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. Officer, I ask that you wait a second. I still have one thing I'd like to reconfirm with Detective Gumshoe. Understood, but please make it brief, sir. I want to hear from the horse's mouth. I must confirm whether or not his testimony about when the crime occurred is the truth. Can I look at the... No, I can't examine it. Detective Gumshoe's annual bonus of $5 literally had no money on him until he cashed this. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct?
No mistake about it, pal.
Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Is that also correct?
Yep, not a single ant passed through that hall while I was on duty.
You do realize that the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself.
Huh? Oh. But it's true! I didn't see anyone go through the hallway, and I didn't hear anything else, pal. I bet the killer found a way to kill those two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine.
So he intends to continue telling this ridiculous lie. But why would he do so, given the situation he's in? I believe a thorough investigation of the hallway in front of the defendant's lobby is in order. $5 whole.
Oh, baby! Baby spotted! You! No! Oh my god, she kicked him! Why did she do that? Why did she kick him?
How could you have not noticed that coming?
Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier?
Thanks! That's exactly what I needed.
Kids can sometimes be so cruel.
It looks like she dropped something.
A Swiss roll. Swiss roll dropped by a mysterious young girl says courthouse special on it.
Maybe we should arrest that. Maybe we should arrest the girl. She might turn out to be a valuable lead.
I believe some sort of punishment may need to be dealt the next time we meet. I believe I've asked all that I need of this man. Now for Detective Bad and the judge.
We have to confirm who is correct, the judge or the scruff face, right? I suppose we should investigate the hallway in front of lobby number 2 next then.
I suppose so. Shall we head on over, Franziska?
Let's go!
This is like the first time we ever see the judge's legs. It's crazy to me. So, did you see anything else?
No, I don't think so.
See. Well, thanks for your cooperation.
Oh, it's nothing. Just doing my duty as a defender of the law.
That'll be all for now. I'll ask again if you have any other questions.
Anytime, detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few loose ends I have to tie up. Oh, you're that new prosecutor Mr. Von Karma recommended, right?
Actually, doing this voice hurts my throat. I'm gonna do normal voice.
My name is Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor.
And I'm Manfred Von Karma's daughter, Franziska Von Karma. I'm set to become the successor to my genius father any day now, Your Honor.
I see. Mr. New Prosecutor...
Ah! I bit my tongue.
Wait, what did he say? I want to know what he said. I see Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Von Karma, Miles Edgeworth, and Miss Jen. Miss Jen? Are you alright, Your Honor?
Please feel free to refer to me as just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine.
Apparently somebody doesn't feel that I'm worthy of a proper title. Oh-ho. Very well then, I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Your Honor, Mr. Edgeworth is fine, sir. Now, about your earlier testimony. Yes? What about it, Mr. Edgeworth? I would like to ask you a few questions about what exactly you saw. Alright, after all, it's my duty to clarify my testimony as a defender of the law. I greatly appreciate your cooperation, Your Honor. Now, the first thing I will need to do is figure out the detective's exact movements.
Oh-ho!
Alright, let's look at the machine.
It does appear that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods.
Just lovely. What will they think of next?
Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. 1 packet for $9. Defendant's fresh milk, 1/2 pint for $6 or $7. Stay neutral as a sweet stew until the ends of these. For $6.
That's crazy! That's crazy!
They're awfully overpriced.
The lineup is simply awful. Period.
Speaking of snacks, I wonder if that Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this machine.
I was wondering about that myself. Let me look at that actually. Can I investigate it? I can! Courthouse Special Swiss Rolls. Is this being sold somewhere on the premises?
I don't recall seeing a restaurant of any sort in this courthouse.
I somehow doubt you'd find junk food like this on a restaurant menu, Franziska.
Well then, where do they sell these things, huh?
Convenience store, I suppose.
Well, I'm sure there's no convenience store in this courthouse, Miles Edgeworth!
Where in the world did this come from? You fucking made her feel stupid. The defendant's milk. When you're in hot water, you might need a hot dog. Looks like this slogan was decided through a public contest. And the winner was... Prosecutor Winston Payne? Oh my god!
What a pathetic slogan. No presence at all. Now, if it was up to me, it would read, if you leave matters in a Von Karma's hands, everyone in court will be found guilty, dogs.
Objection!
Overruled!
That's funny. What about the beef jerky? Don't be a jerk in court like these beef jerks. I see.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, Wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun?
Do you really think they put that much effort into the product name?
Even a foolish fool could understand that foolishly thinking of the fool who made it up. You're acting so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad, and now I'm utterly famished.
If you wanted a pack of these, all you had to do was ask like a normal person. I love them. Don't let the prosecution and defense make a ham sandwich out of you?
It sounds like it's directed at that ham of a judge.
Well, it certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. Hello? $9 for orange juice? Yup.
Hi, Mona. Hi.
The prices on these are ridiculous. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some OJ. Are they promoting violence?
Don't worry, my whip will make sure that anybody following this advice won't be for long.
Compared to the sting of a whip, the sting of orange juice may not be so bad. Defendant's milk. Defendant's fresh milk. What exactly is that supposed to mean?
I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now.
No! No, I think it might mean that this was milked right here from the various... Wait, what? Hold on. Did I read it? I bet it means that the milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now. Oh, Edgeworth is the one! Oh my god, Edgeworth! Edgeworth! No, I think it might mean that this was milked right here from the various defendants.
Miles Edgeworth, you can't possibly be serious.
Of course not. I absolutely was not serious. I wasn't thinking about milking anybody.
Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. The end of what?
Well, I assume it means the end of the trial. I suppose this means that one should eat these during a recess?
You can't eat during a trial, so I suppose the only time you can eat them is now, huh?
I wouldn't mind if you wanted to eat one now. They come in packs of 2 after all.
Well, in the middle of the investigation. Besides, I don't have $6 on me.
If you want, we can pull our money and buy a pack together.
If I have to split it with you, then I don't want it.
Accept credit cards. Fast foods and milk. I guess orange juice is considered fast food now. What are you doing? Did you find something, officer? Points at Francisca and laughs and broke. She's 13! She doesn't have money! She doesn't even get an allowance! I think there's a $5 bill back there. Come on, just a little more.
Is there no one working this crime scene who isn't a total waste of living tissue?
Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a single person we can deem useful here. Help me. What about the drinks?
It doesn't look like there's anything contradictory left in this area.
I suppose not. Guess I should check somewhere else. What are you doing? Have you found any suspicious fingerprints, officer? Nope. Just the fingerprints of those involved with the case, sir.
I guess we know all of the players in this case then, huh?
It would appear that way, but I have the nagging feeling that we're missing something. And I suspect that what we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. Alright, let's talk to the judge. Your Honor, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Where were you at the time of the murder?
Do you suspect me of something?
No, nothing of the sort, Your Honor.
Very well. You may continue with your testimony.
Your Honor, it's your testimony I'm after.
Oh! I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony.
I'm beginning to sense that I might want to avoid being in trial run by this judge. Oh, Edgeworth.
Let's see. Now then, how shall I put this?
Oh, I've never seen him be so sad. He's so sad. Look at him, he's sad. This is a new face for the judge.
Oh, excuse me.
When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom.
How does it feel to see him from a different angle? It's weird. I've never even seen his legs before. This is interesting.
If you go take a look through the window at the end of this hall, you'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. In other words, you can see clearly into this hallway from the men's restroom.
Why is there a window in the restroom that lets you see into another room? And vice versa. Who made this fucking courthouse? Who designed this courthouse to put windows to the outside in a bathroom? A bunch of weirdos, I'll say.
When I was going into the restroom, that detective, Gumshoe, was it? Well, he was standing in front of the vending machine buying something from it. However, this I couldn't believe. When I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. Your Honor, if you could please calm down and explain it to me rationally. I'm really sorry. Please let me regain my composure.
It was really suspicious! That's what my finely honed judge's intuition said!
Although, well, until the murders occurred, I just sort of brushed it off.
Apparently, this judge doesn't understand the concept of staying calm. That's probably all I'm going to find out from His Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth, may I return to my other duties now?
Yes, I am sorry to have held you up. Thank you for your cooperation, Your Honor.
Anytime, Mr. Edgeworth, anytime.
The judges in this country seem rather friendly.
Yes, if not a little wishy-washy. However, I hear that they are known to hand down very fair verdicts.
Let's not talk about that one case where a person got wrongly convicted. Let's talk to Mr. Bad.
Detective Bad, I have something I wish to inquire about you.
Hey! How about doing some actual work, you?
I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movements during the recess.
You're getting in the way of the investigation.
I have an order from Mr. Von Karma himself. Plus, I still hold investigative authority.
He's so cool looking.
But he really does look like he belongs in a different game. Like, his art style does not match up with everyone else. Like, right down to the line art. He really does look like he belongs in a different game. So hold on, let me see. The line art color for the stick. It's different from the rest. Animation mistake. Animation mistake. It's probably his whole shtick. Oh my god, yeah. A guy's so serious that he looks like he belongs in a different piece of media. So, I hear you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here.
Faraday. That guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me.
A lot of good it did you. You couldn't even protect one lone prosecutor with it.
Ooh, she touched a nerve.
Hold it!
Franziska, I think you need to apologize.
I'm sorry.
I'm terribly sorry, Detective Bad. Please continue.
I used to phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over. And that detective, the one who showed up.
And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe to stand guard, Detective Bad.
Yeah. I waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to this defendant lobby together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad. And then he dragged Rel off to lobby number 2 to have a word or something. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside.
And around what time did all of that take place?
Let's see, I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway. Not once.
Oh, and how can you make such a claim?
One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't.
And the detective never left the hallway. And where did he disappear off to?
That's simple. He must have gone into lobby number 2, just as I suspected.
You and I. We were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe.
It would seem that I am still missing some key pieces of information. Detective Bad, you also heard the gunshot, did you not?
Yeah. I heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2. Together with you.
How much time elapsed between you hearing the gunshot and your arrival on the scene?
Less than a minute.
What were your movements upon hearing the gunshot?
I grabbed the big lug who was just walking around in the hall and raced into lobby number 2. And that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order.
That makes you the discoverer of the crime scene, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, little miss.
I am about to become a prosecutor very soon! You will treat me with the dignity I deserve, or else!
Oh! She dodged! Oh! He dodged! You wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction, little miss.
You wouldn't dare!
Just joking.
Detective Bad is really something if he can make Francisca behave.
Are we about done?
Is there anything else I should ask him about?
Oh,
Let's see. The time you heard the gunshot. Place he heard the gunshot, situation around the gunshot. What time did you hear the gunshot? I'd like for you to tell me the exact time you heard the gunshot.
It was around the end of the recess, and the trial was about to start again, I think. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding. But I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the hands-off. So I figured I should go get him, or he'd be late. And just as I thought that, bang! The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums.
So you heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to restart, huh? Okay.
Are we done here? I don't have any time to waste.
Hold it! They have her objection, but not her hold it? Huh.
oh come on. All you're doing is standing in front of this door doing nothing.
I get the sense that he is somewhat investigating this crime scene. Or rather, that he is keeping us under surveillance. But to what end? Detective Bad, may I ask that you cooperate with us for just a bit longer?
I don't have anything else to say. The two of you. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place.
Fine then! Be obstinate! We'll just do as we please. Come on, Myers.
You may no longer be willing to help us, however. May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation?
Do as you like.
Do you like Swiss rolls? Detective Bad, I'd like to ask you about this piece of evidence. He don't care. He don't care. He don't care.
What a narcissist. He'd rather look in his face than the evidence.
Don't trust your eyes all the time, little girl. I could see the evidence, and keep an eye on the two of you with this mirror.
What? Since why won't you answer?
Because I've got nothing to say. That's all. Understood.
Why could you have just said that at the beginning?
Just as I said, I have nothing further to add. But if there's one thing a detective honors, it's that. You must have confidence in and take responsibility for anything you say. That's what it means to be a detective. In other words, you're just another stubborn horse, aren't you, detective?
Nope, okay. Nothing about Gumshoe's salary. Nothing about the bloody bag. Nothing about the crime. What about the pen? Oh, he does have something about the pen.
Faraday.
It sounds like you lost someone close to you.
He was a battle buddy. We fought through a lot together. A boy with a silver spoon in his mouth couldn't possibly understand society's dark underbelly.
Although, honestly, I suppose he's right. I don't have anyone I relate to in that way. Every prosecutor seems to have, like, a detective, like, companion in the Ace Attorney world. Because Edgeworth has Gumshoe, Bad had Faraday, and that one, the jock prosecutor, he had Goodman, I think was his name, detective that he murdered. So I think it's kind of just like a rule that every prosecutor has to have like a detective alongside them. Well, it's not as though I'd long for someone like that. Or am I good at getting close? Knife? Nope. Nothing about the knife. What about the gun? Nope. Nothing about the gun. Gumshoe's testimony? Nope. The KG-8 incident?
KG-8 incident. I heard that you were...
Oh, that's Edgeworth. Fuck. The KG-8 incident. I heard that you were involved in this case as well.
Yeah.
That's all you have to say?
It was an unpleasant case that I don't wish to recall. I've got a lot of regrets I'll never forget related to that. Regrets I'll take to the grave.
Does he really have that many regrets? On the other hand, thinking back on what I know, I suppose he just might. My badge!
Does showing that off make you feel like a big, strong prosecutor?
Of course not! I was simply proving that my title of prosecutor to you.
I see. But most prosecutors don't go around flaunting those things. It's like a detective walking around outside with his badge flashing in the sunlight. Show that off too much before you know it, you'll be elbow deep in angry criminals. That would definitely be a problem.
Can I show him profiles? Okay. Is there anything else? There's $1 in here, but it won't let me investigate it. Oh, maybe there's a logic thing I need to do. Let's see. Maybe this? Never mind. Okay, geez. Oh, wait! No, I can't check the trash cans. Oh, this! Okay. Alright, let's see. What is this? It's a pink-colored piece of trash made of rubber. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Well, all I see is a piece of garbage. But you know, the fact that there is a little litter running loose inside this courthouse It's simply unforgivable! Ah! It's not like it was I who littered! Rubbish belongs in a rubbish bin! Ugh!
She just wanted to whip him.
Ugh! What's the matter?
I pricked myself on one of this cactus's needles. I didn't think the needles on this thing would be so sharp.
Well, what did you expect? Can you imagine how bad it would be if you were hit on the head with one of these? Anyways, this cactus seems to be unrelated to our place.
Do you really think so? Because I believe that this cactus sitting on this windowsill is completely related. Hmm?
Oh, well then I look forward to your explanation on how exactly it is related. Ants.
The ants are hard at work carrying their food home. It's a marvel that they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size.
Well, if you want to carry the mighty Von Karma name and not be squished under it, you'd better work extra hard, just like these ants.
The same goes for you, Franziska.
Let's go down! What are these black speckles?
I believe it's a pile of ants eating away.
Oh, that detective! He claims that not a single ant slips by him! And yet here is a whole hill of them! Ah! What are you hitting me for? As a replacement for that pathetic detective!
Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing tab of pay cuts.
Anyway, I wonder what the ants are eating.
From the look and the sweet smell of it, it's pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll.
Maya Zedgeworth. The courthouse is to be kept pristine at all times! Huh.
Oh! It wasn't me that dropped food on the ground!
The courthouse must be kept clean! Ah!
The dirt on this bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance.
I can't believe there is someone going around dirtying the courthouse! For shame!
Hold it!
Calm down, Franziska. Now, take a good look. Doesn't the smudge look kind of like a handprint to you?
Oh, I suppose it could be.
Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench.
I see. And then we know the identity of our mystery slug.
You there, the lab technician. Would you please find out who this handprint belongs to? Sir! Yes, sir! I've got the result of the fingerprint analysis, sir. And you know who they belong to? Sir! The fingerprints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Oh, interesting. Good work, officer. Oh, so it's Gumshoe. Ah, I see what happened.
And there you have it.
Yes, I suppose so.
Now we know the identity of the person who dirtied the bench!
I sense that you and I will be using this information in very different ways.
Hold on. Little snack.
Ants are pouring out at the hole in this bench as well. I wonder if the inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants.
Don't you dare continue with that gross line of thought!
I'm sorry.
Anything else? Alright. Let's connect these two. Yeah!
These bits of chocolate and cake.
could they not have come from the Swiss roll?
A Swiss roll? Why would the courthouse say anything like that?
It may not seem like the right venue, however it is being sold right over there.
It's a vending machine. Ah, I see. Stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6! Talk about expensive.
Leaving the fact that it's on the expensive side aside, the fact that the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now.
Naturally. After all, I'm here, aren't I?
Detective Gumshoe must have sat on this bench as he ate a Swiss roll. And as he ate, he dropped it on the floor and sullied the bench.
Ugh! How could he have not cleaned up after himself? How utterly despicable!
Don't you dare whip me again! It wasn't I who made the mess in the first place! Anyway, it was indeed Detective Gumshoe who bought the Swiss roll. That creates a rather interesting contradiction of facts.
A contradiction? Where?
I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. Can I now look at the dollar that's literally right there? Can I finally look at the dollar, the US dollar that's literally right there? About Detective Gumshoe's finances, he said that until this morning, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage.
Just how poor is that guy?
If his bonus really was only $5, then he should not have been able to purchase a pack of Swiss rolls. However, facts being as they are, we found cake crumbs on the floor.
Meaning Scruffy must have bought a pack somehow.
Indeed. That detective should have not been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how. Can I go back over here? Nope. I can't believe they're selling Swiss rolls like these in vending machines these days.
Yes, and I can't believe it's $6 for 2. I mean, who charges that much for a commoner's junk food?
Franziska, if you want one, all you have to do is buy one for yourself.
I'm working right now! If you want to... If it wants it for me to eat while there's a case to be solved!
Your idea of working is vastly different from mine. Okay, so... I already checked everything. Maybe we can talk to Bat again?
You want a Swiss roll now? Have a Swiss roll, hun.
Swiss rolls for $6. Okay, it doesn't say anything new.
Get yourself some Swiss rolls, folks.
Maybe there is a logic thing we need to do. Yeah, I figured. I don't think any of the logic things make sense. Piece of pink trash found on a windowsill at the hallway window. Made rubber. Doesn't look like I can really go anywhere. Or talk to anyone. I can't investigate this.
He's making a most ridiculous looking face.
That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who would tell a lie on purpose.
I suppose. But to Von Karma, evidence is the only thing that carries any weight.
Of course. At any rate, this poster seems to be of no use to us right now. There are no signs that this fire extinguisher were used on the crime.
If you could really tell from a distance, then why are you wasting your time examining it?
Franziska, let's not try to rush absolute genius. Jeez. Maybe she'll say something.
This is a pretty spacious hallway, but it's nothing compared to the ones at home.
Indeed, because the house itself is a bit too spacious.
However, even with this much space, there's nowhere for that scruff face to hide. Well, other than the crime scene just beyond those doors.
Franziska, I believe it's much too early to draw any conclusions. It was already proven that Detective Gumshoe was in this hallway the entire time. Now all we need to do is gather more information. And to do that, we'll have to examine everything I see here by myself. Can I go into the lobby? No? Maybe it is? Hold on. What did I did this and this. Maybe this? Yeah, no, I figured. Wait, really? This pink rubbery substance. Oh, wait, it was the balloon! I forgot, yeah, Kay had a balloon! Oh my god. Okay. This pink rubbery substance. I saw this in a different form earlier today. I believe this is a piece of a popped balloon.
I suppose that's possible.
The balloon probably got a little close to our friend, the windowsill cactus.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes.
There we go. Yay! I believe I now have a very firm grasp on what happened here.
Well, I do too!
Alright, Franziska. Would you care to share what conclusions you come to?
Why should I do that? We're still in the middle of a competition, you know. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first. So, you go ahead.
It's almost cute that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. Very well, but first we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony.
Yeah!
I kind of love Tiny Franziska's outfit. It's so cute. I kind of love it a little more than her present day outfit, actually. It's so cute.
Oh, hello! It's Burbis.
Oh,
the frog is from Epic Mickey. Yes. Oh, my eyes. Okay.
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up.
Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect?
In a sense. I suppose you could say that.
Even you, a judge. I'm nothing but a common witness before Von Karma.
Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I say! Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred Von Karma and Miss Genius Prosecutor...
You bit your tongue again, didn't you?
As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. I can even place you can even place me under oath if you want.
Very well then. Your testimony, if you please.
Oh my god! Holy shit, the judge?! During the recess, I went to the restroom. There was a window on the hallway side, and in other words, I could see into the hallway.
Why? Why is there a window in the bathroom?
And more importantly, why is the bathroom so small? As I entered, I saw the detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me! Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh! I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now.
I don't think we even need to press anything. The window. It's either this part or the last part. It's probably this.
Objection!
It's not. Okay, I lied. I didn't even mean to present that. I wanted to examine it. Oh, I can't examine it. Okay. I misread. Oh my god, wait. What the heck, the judge on trial? Close! He's a witness in a case. So we're doing like an interrogation. Oh my god, I realized what I'm starting to piece together what happened. They didn't hear a gunshot. They heard a balloon pop. Because they love mixing. Ace Attorney does this all the time, where apparently a balloon popping, or a party popper, or like a firework, is the exact same sound as a gunshot. I think that's what happened. I think they didn't hear the gunshot. They heard a balloon pop, and that's why Gumshoe says that there was no sound. Because he never heard a gunshot, he just saw a balloon pop. That's what's happening. Maybe I do need to press things. Hold on, let's press.
Hold it!
Your Honor, why exactly did you pay a visit to the restroom, if I may ask? To piss! Oh! Well, isn't it obvious? What else do you go to the restroom for? Oh! Juno! Thank you so much for the subbies! Hello! 33 months! Oh my god. That's like almost a year. Hi! Hello, hello! Oh, excuse me. Or maybe... I knew it! You suspect me of some sort of tomfoolery, don't you? Please stay calm, Your Honor. This is going to be much harder than I anticipated. I'm sorry. Aw, I'm glad you like my emotes so much. I'm thinking of maybe updating those once I start working on 2.0 design. I mean, I have to. It's because the 2.0 design is a little different. But that's still gonna be a while away, honestly.
You're right. I need to think things through with a level head. I'm just very nervous because so much has happened today with this trial. Let's see. I announced a recess and a time for us to reconvene. But having done all that, I still wasn't able to go to the restroom right away. And why couldn't you? Mr. Faraday had been accused, so I had paperwork to process regarding a new prosecutor. Once I had finished that, I was finally able to make a mad dash to the restroom. At least he stayed consistent on the going to the restroom part of his testimony.
There's Gwendolyn. I could see. Okay. And I saw Detective buying. Okay.
Hold it!
Could you see what he was buying? Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes. I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature, even from as far away as the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. Well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. What? Preposterous! My eyes are as sharp as can be, ready to see through lies to the truth. Although recently, things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Clearly, his eyes are not the only thing that have gone fuzzy! But allow me to say with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw. He completely disappeared.
Hold it!
He disappeared. But Your Honor, didn't you just say, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines? Why, yes! Yes, I did! The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But just as I was about to exit, I took another look and there was no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. The detective must have gone into the crime scene lobby number 2 at that point! So he looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he?
Hold it!
Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm. No, I am perfectly calm! Perfectly calm? You're being anything but perfectly calm.
It appears that His Honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw.
I suppose so, given his line of sight. Oh, Francisca, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different?
If you are referring to my height.
Can't you hold that whip still for just a second? Now, about His Honor's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be of an important factor.
If it's that important, why don't you hurry up and tell him already?
I will, but there is one more thing I need to do if I'm to correct His Honor's testimony. I'm going to need to retrace Detective Gumshoe's movements.
Okay.
Probably the Swiss roll, right?
Objection!
Okay, no, it's not that. I know what the contradiction is, I just have to figure out how to make them see it, you know? I gotta find which evidence in which spot to present it.
Objection!
There we go.
What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony?
Ha! If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example,
I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by.
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is real life.
this is what some people may say, is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me.
What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? The party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness!
If you must know, the uncouth bench stolier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor.
Oh, well, that's good, but who was it?
We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench. Namely, Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints.
Not happy with committing just murder, he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty!
Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to the double murder.
What do you mean?
I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusion to be true.
Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom?
It was indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up on into the hall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to see out of the window.
I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence! Basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then...
It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe
would effectively disappear from sight.
What?! Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time.
Hold it!
Sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm. All I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again.
Hold it!
Is there something of value you'd like to say?
Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he?
That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right?
I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a...
There it is. There it is. The gunshot. The, quote-unquote gunshot that everyone heard. The gunshot that we know is probably not a gunshot because Gumshoe didn't hear a gunshot. Instead, it was probably not a gunshot, but a fucking balloon.
How was that? That is a testimony of one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time?
I agree! Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words!
Eek! I'm sorry! But honestly, I thought the sound was just a noise popper until just now.
Oh, really? You thought it was a noise popper and not a gunshot? Now that he mentions it, right before we started the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway, and whether that lines up with when the guns was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony.
You love how goofy the judge is? He's your favorite?
Yeah! It's really interesting having the judge, like, be a witness. You get to see his legs and everything.
Oh, one sec. Okay, I'm back. Ugh.
Well, it's possible you can't see a seated person, however, it doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier, the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot, except it wasn't that. It was something else entirely. It was a balloon.
Objection!
Oh, really? No? Okay. Okay, I guess not yet. I guess not yet. Maybe we need to press. Maybe we need to press before we get the opportunity to present the balloon.
Hold it!
Your Honor, about what you just said. I know, I couldn't believe it myself. The bang when the gunshot, I heard it loud, and then I heard a knee-jerk, ah, and then like this! I was just like this, with a quick ah! Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself. Yes. When I heard the gunshot, there was one in the hall, and I should know. I looked. Then there was no one there. This judge's emotion circuits appear to be stuck on overreact.
At this point, nothing stands out to me as a contradiction in his testimony.
Franziska, if I'm correct, his testimony is hardly precision quality.
I know that. And that's why I said at this point.
I think my first line of attack will be to draw more information from His Honor. Oh, okay, I have to press everything. Alright.
Hold it!
In that case, you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony. Now, hold on there! I just said that it's possible that you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something. I don't think you know when the prints you reference were left on that bench, do you? Well, you have proven that it's possible the detective was sitting. I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He's right. I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. While he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of his life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him. However, that doesn't mean the detective was sitting there when I looked.
Hold it!
As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. What were you expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you just made now was very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. All right, if you insist. Oh, let's see. I looked into that hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. It's either Bad or Gumshoe's testimony. Let's do Bad's.
Objection!
Yep, it was Bad's. You're on... I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Gods, I've been overruled? Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. What do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von... Ah! Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you... I didn't get to read what she said. Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you bite your tongue on those preposterous names? Eek! I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska.
Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back.
With your height,
You need a stepladder of 4 to accomplish that. Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone, yet I'll have you know, I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Ah, Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad, and according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you say just now? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day! Bang! The loud sound of a gunshot! The sound of a gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention. In that piece of evidence, I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard. Balloon.
Take that!
Hello. Hi.
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that piece of pink balloon into the court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. What? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this?
That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified.
Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse.
I want to trade these coins with you.
That's it! That balloon that girl was holding, it explains everything! Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew that giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do? What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things that I've yet to resolve about what happened in that hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name! Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issue pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case.
There he is.
What is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part.
Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime.
I guess so. What are you guys talking about?
In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember you are not on trial. This is all just part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, ooh, ouch. If you should give false testimony...
Yow! My whip will object loud and clear.
If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood?
I gotcha, pal.
Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case.
I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
And we believe you.
He's still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pulled the information I need out of him. I came down here on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. That time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway? Of course I did something! I got at the door to lobby number 2, pal! What else? Very well then. And what exactly does guarding the door entail?
Well, to put it simply...
Oh, I know! It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch! Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You got it, pal! I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered to. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we are all in shock and in awe of your utter stupidity.
Scruffy! If you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one! Youch!
But I'm not lying. I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. I didn't take a single step away from lobby number 2. Liar! Liar!
Objection!
Liar!
I have an objection.
What is it, pal?
Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere.
Hey, it's one of those things. The courthouse special Swiss rolls, right, pal?
Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench.
Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that.
Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this.
You inconsiderate, slovenly pig! Ah! Yay! I promise to clean it up later, I swear!
Now then, shall we get down to business? About the fact that you didn't move even a single step from in front of that door. If that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls?
Ah! Furthermore, if you did it with a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands?
It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can. Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I
thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found out about me eating on the job. So I didn't want to say anything. Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine. Okay. I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for. You got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back.
That last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us?
Huh? Of course not. I've got nothing else to hide, pal.
Objection!
Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe.
But it is true, pal. I swear there's nothing else.
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct?
Huh? Remind me again, pal.
That vending machine out in that hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that?
I told you I bought it by myself, pal! There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me, so there's no one who could have helped me buy it!
Wait, don't tell me.
You got some kind of proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you?
Correct.
As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that?
Wait, you do? Of course I do.
What? How?
What proof do I have that there must have been someone else in the freaking balloon?
Take that!
What the heck is that? I knew you really didn't have anything else. You prosecutors are all the same, always lying to people. You should stop, you know. What? Is it not the balloon? Myers, how long do you plan on being strung along by this morning detective?
I have no intention of falling for his lie because there was definitely a second person. And that piece of evidence shouldn't exist.
Did I not hit the balloon?
The balloon piece.
Right? Is it not the balloon piece? Did I not hit the balloon piece?
Or maybe it's profiles? No.
It had to be the balloon piece, right?
Take that!
Is it not? What other is there? Huh? Oh my fucking god. God damn it. Ah!
Take that!
Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal.
I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of Swiss rolls.
Wait, if you did buy it, then that means you must have stolen it, you thief! What? I would never do such a thing! Oh, you liars are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal.
I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone.
Oh!
There were 2 Swiss rolls in this package. You ate one of them. But then you gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you?
No way, pal! You've got it all wrong! I ate both of them! Oh. Ah! He fucking grabbed her by the head!
I love that animation. That was awesome. I need to save that.
Like, not so fast!
It would appear that we've caught you at last.
Hey! Don't you dare do anything bad to that girl!
It would appear that they do know each other after all. Ferret going to be dropped in lava gift. Yeah! So, why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow?
I have a name, and it's K!
K... what?
K Faraday!
Faraday? Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a U, I'm a K!
K? You know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do.
Well, then you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister!
Gummy? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. Aww.
That's a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong!
Hey. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail. She's so little. She's 10! She's 10 years old! She's a little baby thing. Now then, Kay.
She's like a stray cat.
I wonder if I should feed her something. This?
Take that!
Okay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down.
Oh, a Swiss roll!
It really belongs to you though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy.
Oh, damn. That's right, her dad's dead. Oh my. Yeah, it like sunk into everyone like, oh yeah, her dad just died. Your father, he's... Don't you say another word, pal! She doesn't know yet!
Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking.
Oh no. Oh no, poor thing.
No! About how he's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Okay.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna...
It's all right. Let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. Why are you trauma dumping on a girl experiencing trauma right now? All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, a wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me. This child. I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us.
Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? If you're going to just stand there and watch a lady cry...
Ah, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here. How about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes?
Aww. Aww.
Help! Help! Edgeworth always loses in these games. No! Then Kavat! Don't blow your nose on that!
I feel better now. Thanks.
Kay, are you going to be alright?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm already alright.
So no, I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it.
I promised Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers.
You're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right?
That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises.
You're a very brave girl, Kay.
You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry. Just for you.
Aww, girls! Girls! Girls!
Thank you very much, lady. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Franziska is sympathetic to Kay's feelings.
Aww. Aww.
Oh my god, I hope Kay and Franziska meet in the last case.
Alright, let's talk to her. Let's talk to Kay.
Kay, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are, in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls.
Oh?
I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard.
I see. And what have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
Oof! Oof! Oh! A promise notebook. May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook might just come in handy later. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father.
I'm gonna try.
Hey, Kay! So, I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero, too.
Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with the two of them? I hand down verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too. Oh my god, they all wanna impress the little baby.
Yes, son, thank you and thanks to your also heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
I'm really sorry about that. Aw, give him a break. Give him a break.
Gummy's not a bad man, okay?
That poor judge. He's being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? That's so cute. Can I look into this? Oh, let me see. Let's see. Kay's promise to Daddy. Promise number 1, never take things from a stranger. Promise number 2, never go anywhere with a stranger. Okay, good promises. Promise number 3, always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Promise number 4, never cry in front of strangers. Promise number 5, always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules, okay? Be a good girl and promise that you'll keep your promises to me, okay? Love, your daddy. Fuck, that's sad.
Hi! Hi, Maroon! Yeah! It's Kay! She's a little baby.
So, I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi.
And when was this?
Before everything got crazy.
How long were the two of you together?
We only talked for a little while, and then we went on our own ways.
That's right, pal! Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it! Oh, which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess. Isn't that right?
You got me!
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister!
Very well then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay?
Well, I didn't really have a lot of money. And I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one.
Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah! Thanks a bunch for doing that, mister.
Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
Well, that's why...
Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal.
Need I remind you that you're the one already under arrest.
Yow!
I sense that Kay is going to be less forthcoming with this question.
Sorry about your roughly thing.
Yes, well, now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So, here, you can have this one.
Aww.
Nyah! Nyah! Cute. But Daddy said never take things from a stranger.
Huh. It's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah! Look, see? It's right here on this page.
Alright then. I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me the next time we meet.
Okay! Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers.
Then he's putting on the spare. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little Kay in that hallway.
Oh.
I told you to stop being mean to Gummy! Miles Edgeworth, there is still something you have yet to resolve.
I beg your pardon.
You still haven't offered an explanation for why the man would lie to us.
Kay is awesome. I wish she was real. Me too. That's... well...
Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake.
Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Ah, so that's why.
So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this a perfect investigation.
His reason for lying is very simple.
What?
Here is what I believe it to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of Kay? Let me see the promise. Never go anywhere with a stranger. Is it the balloon? Because he doesn't have a balloon anymore.
Take that!
This is the piece of evidence.
What are you showing me that for? It doesn't seem to add anything.
Okay, so it wasn't the balloon.
I don't get what you're trying to say with that. Or do you just like showing it off?
Are you gonna give that to me, mister?
I don't feel that the court needs to enter that into the court record at this time.
What is wrong with everyone? Why are they all teasing me all of a sudden?
Though it's possible that perhaps I made a mistake, and that's why. Now then, back to the topic at hand. Okay, let me... see. Although it doesn't look like I take any damage from that. No, I hold the evidence which shows the reason why.
The evidence that shows that Gumshoe was lying for Kay's sake.
Is it the money? Because with her dollar and his $5, they had enough for the Swiss roll.
Take that!
Okay, no, it's not that.
I'm glad I don't take any damage from this. Is it the stain? Was it actually her?
Take that!
Okay, no. It wasn't. I thought it could be like maybe she left the stain and then he was like, don't worry, I got this, and then made the stain himself. Okay.
Take that!
I'm just gonna present everything because I don't know. Until I get something different. Because hey, I don't take any damage, so I might as well. A new game when? I don't know. I wanted a new game to be announced in the direct or something. I mean, like, I know we got this one like 2 years ago, but like, I want more. I want a new game. I guess for us, technically the second game is a new game, but still. Is it the Swiss?
Take that!
Is it the promise? Oh. Yeah, I'm with Franziska on this one. Excuse me.
Mr. Faraday and Kay's promise notebook. How does this explain anything?
If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. Really?
What a foolishly foolish fool's full of a foolish reason for a fool! Yow! Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you?
Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why!
Gummy!
At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I've been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me.
But all the cash that you had on you was $5. And that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in the machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls.
Yeah, but then, like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up.
I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. But I only had about $1 in coins.
So we pulled my $5 and her $1 together and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together.
But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So when Gummy said,
Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. Don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell you, right? Besides, you bought it with me, so you didn't really get it from me, you know?
he told me it'd be okay. And he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate?
Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that caked chocolate, I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, okay, I believe this also belongs to you.
Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I forgive you. But that balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll.
Aww. Aww, that's cute. That's such a cute picture. Wow, you really got me there, pal.
So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So you kicked me. Is that it?
You sure are a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister.
It's alright. I'm perfectly unharmed, except for the large bruises on my thigh that's going to take several days to recover. You kick really hard for a 10-year-old. But about this Swiss roll. Would it be alright with you if I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go?
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders. Eh? Who did? What? 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 Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. What do you mean?
It's quite rude to eavesdrop, monsieur.
Getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people!
What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, Lee! Gummy's not the bad guy!
Oh, and what have we here? What is a child doing here in a courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child away. Oh, there she goes. What? Miss Callisto, that girl is Mr. Faraday's! I know. So what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her to speak of nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right, however. As long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective. You were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct? Yeah, but... You see, isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? He's the only person who could have gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. Ah! I have no counter-argument to that! Don't worry. I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest. But the investigation is far from over! Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to a suspect out in the open without a guard? I suppose it is. Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence.
Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this! This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma!
Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation.
So, we're back to square one.
Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1.
Ooh! Things are getting spicy.
What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent?
It smells like flowers. Uncle Bad! Is this it?
Isn't that Detective Bad and Kay over there?
It looks like she managed to escape the bailiff.
No, that's not quite it.
Aw, too bad, but it's so pretty.
I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it.
Thanks! I'll treasure it always!
Those two seem to get along rather well. Oh, here. I got something else for you.
Aww, Swiss roll! Yay! Thank you, Uncle Bad!
I want a piece of gummy. Gummy?
Oh, you mean Gumshoe.
Gummy is
He was trying to be nice to me because I was going to get in trouble. And then I got in trouble. And then he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. Gummy. I know he didn't kill Daddy.
Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying.
I'm not crying.
Okay,
Oh, it's the mister from before and the lady too.
don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being?
You're not involved in the investigation, so it's for the best if you do. Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant. So I'm related to the investigation.
Is that so, Detective Bad? Yeah, I guess.
What? You were just scolding us like kids to not mess up with the crime scene. And now you let this child run free? Why?
People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things she wanted to look into. Got a problem with that? I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into.
Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else now, okay?
Alright, I'm counting on you.
Oh, that's right. Hey, mister.
Hmm? Yes, what is it?
I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it. So please, find the real bad guy, okay?
I won't forgive whoever did this. But in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering.
Alright, let's investigate around here.
This television is the same model as the one in defendant lobby number 2.
Looks like the two rooms are basically the same in terms of layouts and supplies.
Yes. The two rooms are basically the same, huh?
Surprised that wasn't a logic thing. It may not look like much, but I find that ordinary tables like this one are very useful.
I think it's time they bought a new one. I wonder if they would replace this table if I hit it enough with my whip.
A much too heavy-handed method if I ever saw one.
What an incredibly strong scented herbal tea.
I fear that more than being relaxed, the scent may make one a bit heady instead.
You put it in special request for that.
No wonder she's so violent. If she's been drinking this stuff all the whole time.
Neither woman should be allowed to comment on this particular topic. Ever. That expensive painting is ill-suited to be hanging on the wall of this room.
I wonder if a guard detail should be placed on it.
Why do you say that?
Well, a desperate low-paid detective might make off with it someday. You never know.
She may be thinking about hiring a guard. But it's obvious she isn't factoring in that guard's salary whatsoever. One of the windows in this lobby is open as well. The air conditioning is working just fine in this room, so why did they open it, I wonder?
Close the damn window then!
This decorative plant's leaves are shinier than the ones in the plant in lobby number 2.
That's probably because it's next to the windows where it's easier to photosynthesize.
You may be right. Plus, the curtains are always drawn in lobby number 2.
The caretakers of this courthouse don't think enough about the plants, do they?
That's because they're the courthouse's caretakers, not a bunch of botanists. Suspicious window. Yes, very suspicious. But it looks like we won't get much out of the window until we talk to Bad. I can see down in the courthouse courtyard from here.
What is this mess supposed to be? It's like an optical illusion.
I believe it's supposed to be postmodern in design.
More like thoughtlessness in design.
They're doing the same pose. I can't disagree with that. So sibling core. Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for?
Nothing that concerns you, boy.
Oh, and I suppose it has something to do with Kay.
It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point.
I don't have time to waste.
Sounds like you'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again.
I don't have anything to say to you.
Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is that overpowering smell that is permeating this room?
Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it. I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened the window. But that smell's still here.
Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air is perfume.
Well, it's giving off quite the stench. I bet it's some cheap no-name brand.
She said it's a famous brand from overseas.
It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff.
No disrespect, but you forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl. You can have it.
I was born for much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I shall take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail.
Why can't she ever be honest over what she wants?
Let's use perfume. Perfume given to Bad by you. Same perfume as the one spilled in lobby number 1.
So now we have the perfume Miss Yu wears. Just fantastic. Is that all you wanted to talk about? So I'm going back to investigating.
Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about.
Before that, I want to check out the perfume. I can't look at it. What's it called? Angel? It's a pretty bottle. Perfume given to Bad by you. Same perfume as the one spilled in lobby number 2. Okay. So that's suspicious. So, you were in this room the entire recess.
Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here.
At least your story is consistent.
Earlier, you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu.
Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here.
Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yu were in 2 different locations.
I guess I am.
Interesting.
Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you.
Let's see. Miss Yu is the sister of the victim of the KG-8 incident, and as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case.
You knew?
I also know that today's trial involving the Cordobian Embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me, and told me the truth about behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday. And the KG-8 incident!
If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you.
Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG-8 incident.
It's not exactly a happy story, other than the people who were directly involved. You two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell.
It's a lollipop!
It's a lollipop.
I kinda like this song. Hold on. Oh, he's been Sanji'd.
The honest truth behind the KG-8 incident.
Faraday, you and I. As you already know, we three were involved with the KG-8 incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring.
That damn smuggling ring! It's still a thing! You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Amano Group's secretaries?
That trial was just a front.
A facade?
Yeah. But the case became tainted. All because the witness who was going to testify about the Amano Group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed.
Then, what became of the secretary who was arrested?
His name was Colin Deveray. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring.
Melon.
But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Deveray was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat.
The boss man of the Amano Group? You can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with smuggling?
I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. Ow. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of her murder... Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go?
If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him.
That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, Cece, I was supposed to protect them both.
Miss Yu did mention that as well. About how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister.
But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap.
What kind of trap?
The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap. Oh shit, what? You mean, you were fired upon?
You were shot at that many times in one gunfight?
No. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned of the KG-8 incident.
Damn!
See, I couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned. And that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu.
Damn. About when you first met Miss Yu. It was on the day of the verdict of the KG-8 incident was handed down, was it not?
Yes. Faraday and I, we apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do, but... Just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face. Fair.
Well, he certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough.
I suppose not. You said it herself. That she never wanted to see either of us ever again.
But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct?
Yeah. Faraday and I, even after the KG-8 incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it's no use. We cracked so many different cases. But the results was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring.
Is the ring really that big?
It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. And it was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I as the lead detective. took to the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney.
Ooh, look at that picture.
Her client was related to the smuggling ring and she was defending them?
Yeah. Yu was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer. I think she defended Rel this time for the same reason.
Come to think of it, Miss Yu did say something to the same effect.
That's what we call working from the inside.
I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright? And for that you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing.
The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer.
I had no intention of covering for him. Ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to.
It doesn't matter what her reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable.
You're so naive, little girl. I could have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are.
How dare you insult the daughter of a Von Karma!
Just like us, you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all.
The law is merely a tool. There is no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman.
You two are still too young. But one day, you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again, in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all.
So, what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well.
I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I cracked quite a few cases together.
But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case.
Did we touch a nerve?
I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial, to prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, to prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either.
I sense that there's more to that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yatagarasu is what's necessary. You claim to know much about the Yatagarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me?
What you two should be looking for right now is proof of a murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel.
I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu.
What?
The KG8 incident and this second KG8 incident, both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness who was about to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ, and that is the presence of or absence of the great thief Yatagarasu. Mr. Rel claimed to be the Yatagarasu. However, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd?
Miles Edgeworth, stop beating around the bush and just spit it out already!
I believe that there must be some reason for that. The two men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time.
A reason, huh?
And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Rel's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu.
If it will help you solve this case, then I'll tell you. I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatagarasu.
What was that sudden outburst for? You almost made me whip you by accident!
Then she goes to Edgeworth.
No!
it still accidentally whipped me anyway. There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever.
I see. So those are the Yatagarasu's special traits.
Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief.
The Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention, and would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away.
But you couldn't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't.
Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police.
Oh shit, I gotta charge my phone before it dies! Ouch! Ouch! Oof! Ow! Ouch! Ouch! Oof! Ow! My hip! Ow! Ouch! Is it charging? Okay, I think it is charging. Okay.
And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kadopian embassy, the Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu sent the evidence?
Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others, knew about.
In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the Yatagarasu who sent it?
That's easy. A special card that only the Yatagarasu uses was attached. That's how I can be so sure.
And just what sort of card is it?
Here, take a look at this article. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
Ah, and that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Rel was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now.
Huh.
Oh? Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes?
His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So if you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be much appreciated, sir.
Understood.
I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does it all mean to you?
Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive.
I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself. And to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty.
Oh, the evidence.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
It appears that His Honor is still a bit dispirited.
For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony.
Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Mr. Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict.
Francisca, there is no need to further depress His Honor.
But I'm not trying to, Miles.
Your Honor. Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me.
Your Honor,
The evidence?
Your Honor! Oh! You! Yes, can I help you?
I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir.
Your Honor, do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job?
Yes, I'm sorry. And I would accept
for the defense attorney has yet to arrive.
He is busy with the investigation. But let's keep this brief, shall we?
Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel are also included, so please go ahead and use them to in your investigation into the case.
Understood, Your Honor. The pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of those two men. This could be a very good chance to find new leads regarding the case. Maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth.
I placed all of the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you.
I see. Thank you very much. I will go and confirm that they are all accounted for. So this is the evidence related to today's Caldobian embassy trial for Mr. Faraday's bag. Do you mean the evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right? Yes. Finally, we can now take a look at the evidence itself and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have the time. Agreed. I want to take a good look at all the evidence from the embassy matter too.
And why is that?
Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial is about! Nah! Don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something! And don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today!
You see, someone is still sore about not being picked by Mr. Von Karma.
It's also real to see the knife up close.
So we have the knife, the gun, an envelope, and what's this organizer doing here? Oh, that's right! I completely forgot to tell you. About what, Your Honor? They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. Detective Bad requested it would be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation.
Detective Bad said that? What a strange stroke of luck.
Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth. We might as well flip through it too.
Okay. Let's look at the evidence. Mr. Faraday's organizer. It appears he was in the habit of using it. It looks like he wrote his strategy for getting Mr. Rel convicted down here. I have collected the evidence I need to prove that Mr. Rel was the killer. Between the handgun Rel had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one.
It appears that Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rel was the killer in the case.
The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence that I can use to prove that Rel is not the real Yatagarasu. Oh my goodness! It would also appear that he had proof that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. No matter how he may try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, I can prove he's a phony. If I present it to him in court, it should clear everything up. He apparently also had a very definitive piece of evidence. It's been a long battle. I hope that this will finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared to discredit any claim Mr. Rel had made about being the real Yatagarasu. And he had a way to prove that Mr. Rel was the guilty party in the embassy murder. This organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later. Look! There's a picture stuck between these pages here. It appears to be a key. And a rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design of the handle!
Craftsmanship is superb. But to be the Yatagarasu's key, Mr. Faraday wasn't mentioned in his organizer.
Yatagarasu's key?
Detective Bad said something earlier.
I'm not reading this, we just went through this. And my throat hurts, I don't want to do his voice anymore. Oh my god. Something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep the secret key safe.
As the prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected.
Okay. Can I look at it?
Nope, only a picture. Actually, hold on. Okay, no, it's not the same pattern. This gun, it was originally used to kill the Kadobian Embassy staff member. When the crime was reported, the responding police found Mr. Rel still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest.
And then this gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic.
Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. It's the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday.
Who would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cruel act?
And it's never crossed your mind that you'd use your riding crop for the wrong purpose? That's odd.
What is it?
Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer.
That certainly is odd.
The weapon that was used to kill the Kadobian Embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from?
Isn't that obvious? It was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rel. That's the only logical conclusion, right?
No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse doors is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside. Everyone's searched for contraband, and yet Franziska's allowed to bring a riding crop and whip people with it, including the judge?
In that case, how do you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse?
I need to think carefully here. There is nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there is one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. In order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence.
Miles Edgeworth, can I take the fact that you haven't yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me?
Actually, I do know the answer, Franziska.
What? Then what is it?
One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own. And it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse. Is it the key?
Take that!
This Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse.
You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth.
You just need to look a bit closer, Franziska, to see what I mean. Don't the color and ornamentation on the key's handle remind you of anything?
They do remind me of the knife.
Very good. Both the Yatagarasu's key in this photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife.
You don't seriously mean to say...
It appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are in fact one and the same.
But that's impossible!
Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let us examine this knife in a little more detail. Oh, they're finally letting me investigate the knife. Oh!
Well, well, well! I can't believe it turned into a key! I think there was such a trick to this thing!
So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key the Yatagarasu stole. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up until now. It turns into a knife. Frankly, I'm shocked. Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea the key was hiding a knife blade inside.
But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to knife trick, could have killed Mr. Faraday.
Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday. Meaning that the only person it could be is the one who sent the key in the first place. The great thief Yatagarasu.
Then maybe Mr. Radley was the Yatagarasu. And he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario?
No, not really, especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier... Oh, yeah, the card thing. I'm not reading this again.
I see. Alright then. I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key is someone else. And that person is the real Yatagarasu.
It seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case. Alright, last thing is this. I took a quick look through these documents before the trial started.
Well, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it.
I suppose I should explain it to you then.
Yes, you should. Perfectly and in its entirety, if you please.
On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The embassy staff member... I'm so tired. You got 30 minutes. Or at least to the next to be continued. The staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart. Mac Rel was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned, because the murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot.
A simpleton of a man, that's what he was.
Perhaps he was, but the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Rel was caught in the act on film by a security camera.
He was an even bigger simpleton than I thought. I can't believe he didn't notice a security camera.
The Canopian Embassy's security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in the area.
So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself?
Yes. The surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. We can clearly identify Mr. Rel on it. Even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear.
So the footage included sound, huh? I don't think I'd ever want to see the moment of someone's death in real life.
Me neither. That's odd. We're short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court.
The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
The video showing the moment in which Mr. Rel committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed? Are you done with your inspection of the evidence? Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I am missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence.
Your Honor, were you derelict in your duties?
What? No, I dare not lick my duties. What do you take me for? No, Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence in today's trial, the surveillance video, is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me. But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene. There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answer I seek, I'll have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime, defendant lobby number 2. Oh my god! Oh my god. They met each other even here? That's Detective Bad. But who is he with?
I've never seen that officer before.
So, did you find it? No, not yet. And I've looked everywhere. I see. Well then, please continue with the search. Understood. I'll continue the search. So you're the one running this show? Prosecutors like you shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes. How dare you! Just who do you think you are? What was that all about? And who was that man just now?
Whoever he was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life.
Does he even know that we're standing right here behind him? I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids?
It looks like you were paying attention after all.
Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head.
Ah, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake. It's for him to keep an eye out for who or what's behind him at all times. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now?
The guy came here from the Republic of Zhengfa to study. He's Agent Lang. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling to the world to study different philosophies and entertainment from scratch.
By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication.
He's still just a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. The guy's more useful than Gumshoe, even if he is rude.
Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time.
I agree, however, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad?
Earlier, the little girl was walking around in lobby number 1 as well.
Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you.
I highly doubt that it has nothing to do with me. At the very clearly adult bearded man, you're like 2, why are you here?
Hi, Oz!
Fine. If this is the game I must play, then I will take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what happened in this room straight from him.
That is one tiny TV.
Gumshoe was rather shocked at this and said it is huge compared to his own.
Anything you compare with something he owns will always seem grandiose.
Speaking of grandiose, I'd say that ego of yours could use a little deflating.
Why'd he look out window for? Was this table here all along?
I suppose so.
Well, clearly it's out of place. When you take the sofa into consideration, that table is much too tall.
I get the impression the two are not meant to be used as a set, Francisca.
I knew that!
It seems she's lost her calm sense of judgment in her eagerness to defeat me. I suppose it's impossible to enter or exit through these windows thanks to these bars.
I suppose you're right.
Actually, that's not true. I bet a person of small stature could slip in. Francisca, would you care to help me test my theory?
God, they are so sibling core. He takes no... He doesn't waste a chance to fuck with her. Whip him. Whip him. The vertically challenged? Hold on. I must remember to be more tactful around the vertically challenged. Crazy way to call someone short. Please get stuck in this window. Alright, let's talk to Bad. Earlier you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. You're quite the busy man, Detective Bad.
Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say. I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked about what happened again, correct? I don't have anything left to say to you, boy.
Boy! You'll see. I will draw my answer from you, one way or another! Would it kill you to help us even a tiny bit in our investigation?
I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think?
Ah!
Please, we are asking you for just a bit more of your cooperation. Don't push me, kid.
Man, he is pissed at us for some reason.
I'd like to ask once again about what happened around here at the time of the crime.
I refuse to answer.
Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about?
Things you don't know about. But aren't you supposed to know everything?
You should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind the piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad.
Ah! Hey, fucker, did you know about this?
Detective Bad, did you know the existence of the item in this photograph? Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu's key? Are one and the same? What? That's impossible!
It looks like he didn't know after all.
This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct? I guess so. However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was, in fact, a knife. Yeah, I have to admit, neither one of us knew that fact. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew it either. How did we miss something as big as this? I noticed that since a little while ago you appear to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for. Yeah, that's right. And why were you searching for it? Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought? The key is what took Faraday's life. Detective Bad. So that we may find the truth, please testify for me once more. Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change. Detective Bad, I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1. My answers are still the same. This is the last time I'm going to do this. That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up. Find the truth behind this case.
Oh boy, here we go.
I was in lobby number 1 talking with you. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran into lobby number 2.
It sounds like the exact same story you told us before.
Indeed. However, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can. Detective Betty. Okay. What trivial things? I was hoping you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Hugh. Trivial stuff. It was nothing important. That's for me to decide. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then. Gunshots right before the trial was to reconvene.
Hold it!
Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary? I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot. If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder, that would give the other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with the statement just now. Sure. I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot. Are we gonna bring up the balloon?
Objection!
Balloon. Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything? It's the same color as the one Kay was holding.
Oh, so you knew about that girl's balloon?
Yeah. I was sitting with her up in the gallery. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon. So, what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point. What are you getting at? This fragment was found in the hallway, right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot. Oh? But the sound that the judge heard is not actually a gunshot, huh?
On top of that, the dishonor said that he had the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to be convened.
Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough to that you should have heard the balloon popping as well. So?
Don't give me a so!
We just proved that there is a flaw in your testimony!
The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked!
What is that supposed to mean?
The doors and walls are super thick. The window pans are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material. What? Then, you mean... Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there was no way I could have heard that sound!
No!
Ugh! I knew that's what he was going to say!
Then that means the Scrubface's testimony is completely useless! If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any sign of a struggle!
Ugh! That's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now do you get it, kids?
Miles! I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic! Not the other way around!
The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. Wait. Then how did he hear a gunshot? We examined this situation in reverse. The person standing in the hallway should not have been able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad, if that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot? What do you mean, how? I just did. It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words. Oh? How so? If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears? I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought.
Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to?
It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have.
It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh?
The state of the crime scene? Wait! Can it be? It's that ultra-strong perfume he wears. She spilled some of it. What about the perfume?
Wow!
Way too noisy. Eh? Huh? Eh? Huh? Eh? Huh? Surveillance video?
the missing evidence and the very loud noise. Could it be the gunshot was from the surveillance? Oh, god damn it! I thought I had it. Fuck! I really thought I had it. I really thought I had it. Hold on. No, I thought I had it. That made sense in my brain. Hold on. No human can climb through the walls. There's okay, so did they hear the perfume? You made the same conclusion too? So I'm not crazy, right? Like that, like you would immediately think of like, oh, the missing evidence, the videotape of someone getting shot, and the and they specified that the gunshot could be heard very clearly. And the TVs are very loud. Whatever. Whatever, we got the answer. Sort of. We got a logic thing. It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through barred windows. And yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open barred windows. Wait. Did someone throw out the evidence at the window? What? God damn it! Okay, so yeah, the window was open, and that's how they heard. And maybe they heard the evidence from the gunshot. Okay, they heard the TV from the other room. Yes. Now then, what else besides the smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations. We're not done yet. Where did the surveillance tape from Mr. Faraday's bag disappear off to? Windows were open, so the gunshot could be heard. Where did it originate from? From the missing evidence! The videotape! That was a really roundabout way of figuring out what we just solved at the very beginning, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I guess. That was such a silly roundabout way of coming to that conclusion, when I feel like the TV and the videotape would have also made it just that. But whatever. It's fine. It's fine, I guess. The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rowe killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still in this room. Did they not bother to check the VHS? Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence created for me is the gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place. Miles, what have you been thinking about? Stop wasting time thinking and start looking again! It's not a waste of time to think, for I figured out where we should look. And where would that be? I believe we should examine the television.
The TV? Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like.
I mean, the only thing we have to examine is the TV, right? It's a video player. It's TV time! There seems to be a videotape inside. It looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. Oh.
Oh! Sorry. Looks like it, and the tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end.
This tape. Could it not be the missing surveillance tape?
I suppose, but...
Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if I verified the contents of this video?
Sure. Knock yourself out.
Alright. Then let's rewind this and see what we have.
Blunt. Blunt.
If I remember correctly, the footage of Rel killing the embassy staff member should be at about the 30-minute mark from the start of the tape.
Understood. This should be about right. Now, let's see.
This is the footage of Mr. Rel shooting the embassy staff member.
I knew it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along.
The sound. What's the meaning of this?
It appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder.
So you mean that you figured it all out then?
Yes. All I have to do now is show what the gunshot Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from.
Fine! In that case, show me what you've deduced!
With the gunshot, and through where, yes.
Eureka!
If the door and windows to the crime scene, namely this room were closed, the killer could have used the gun and no one would have been the wiser.
That's true. This courthouse does seem to be designed for such a thing, as it were.
However, what happened in reality was Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot.
Then, the Lindoston lobbies number 1 and number 2 and the hallway were open. So naturally, the people in those locations could hear it.
Ah, but then, why would the criminal open the window in the first place?
To allow the gunshots to be heard, I suppose.
Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this.
But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles Edgeworth. I demand satisfaction.
Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. When murder weapon, crime scene, or when the crime took place. I think it's when the crime took place. The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so.
So that's why the tape was left running.
You mean, the gunshot I heard was from this video?
Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. It must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer!
Yay!
Mr. Edgeworth! Yes, what is it? Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says that she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something.
It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something.
Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over. I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say. It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth.
Oh. Oh, oh my god. Oh. Man! I want to
continue playing, but I really need to give myself a break. My throat is killing me. And I'm reaching the 3 hour 30 minute mark. Ah, man! Damn it! Oh man. I'm gonna be doing Gorilla streams this week, so I might play this again a later day. Don't throw things at me! No, I didn't mean to, no, we're done, look, no, stop, oh, hi, Kate, what are you doing here? No, stop talking, we're not doing this. Okay, we already saved. Okay. Oh. I want to look at what we got. We got this. Prosecutor's bench, the defense's bench, and the judges, and yeah. I need to, like, go and try and get these accolades later. To get the picture of Kay crying on Edgeworth. Oh, right! Hold on. It should be... Is it not... Oh, maybe we won't get it until we finish the case. Yeah, I think we don't get the pictures and sprites until we finish the case and complete. So... we'll have to wait. Because we don't have... I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have any of the sprites from this case. So we can't look at Baby Franziska or Baby Kay's walk sprites. And I'm liking the cases in this game so far. They're a little crazy, but they're fun. I think they're fun. I'm still fucked up over this. Just the jump in quality of the sprites. Hope they make more. We have 2 games. Like, after I finish this one, then I'll be playing this one, which is technically the first time this game has ever been, like, officially brought to English. So, this is also very exciting. But I need to get through this game first. And... we need more? I know! I want a new Ace Attorney and a new Investigations game. We got Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which I still need to finish as well. I need to finish this, and I still need to finish Dual Destinies and also start Spirit of Justice. I think that's what it's called? Yes. Yes, Spirit of Justice. I need to finish those. So, I'm gonna go through all the Ace Attorney games I can. So, this, like these 2 games here, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which I finished the first game, I just need to finish the second game. And those 2. So that's 5 Ace Attorney games. The Professor Layton crossover. True! I could stream that! I have played that game and beaten it, like, when I had it, because I have the copy. I have the physical copy. And the game is so fun. It's so fun. I love it. But I could try streaming it once I get through all of these. It's like my first and only exposure to a Professor Layton game. You're fun? No! You're fun! And it's my first exposure to a Professor Layton game, and I have been curious to try the older Professor Layton games, because my buddy Paul, he's a big fan of those games, and I told him that once I get through all the Ace Attorney stuff, I would probably start Professor Layton, because I like puzzles too.
I like puzzles. Teehee. Look at this, look at Kay! Look at the Kay concept art. Look at her baby. All the members of Whimsy Wear Fun. Magna, you're fun. Look at these concept drawings. Oh my god, these concept arts are so cute for Kay. Oh my god, wait! Wait, that little dress for Francisco is so cute. That's cuteness. That's cuteness burger. I wish I wasn't watching this at 160p. Is your internet still buggy, Magna? Is your internet still buggy? Oh, such good art. My god. You're using your phone's internet? Oh my god, I'm so sorry! I hope your internet gets better soon. I'm so sorry that it's still like a mess. I still love this comic. I love that Gumshoe just fucking destroys his alarm clock. And he rips his arm through the sleeping bag, I just realized. He's so cute. He's so cute. Like, nag, nag, nag. Nag, 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 nag. Yakuten Saiban. A little roach. And pouring himself a nice cup of tea. You didn't know Gumshoe lived like that? You gotta keep in mind, Gumshoe has mentioned that he gets so many salary cuts, not just from Edgeworth, but from other prosecutors and like his workplace. A lot. Hi, Nina! And he's gone on record saying that he can really only afford cup noodles. And sometimes doesn't even like get the water for it. Like just straight up the noodles without heating them up. And we just learned from he just became a detective and his annual bonus is just $5. That's all he gets. My man is struggling. But he's so cute with it, so it's okay. No, it's not okay. He deserves more. He does so much. He's so cute. These two are the duo. Oh my god, someone save my man. He really needs saving. This art is so cute. I'm putting a little blankie on him. So cute with their smiles. They're so sweet. And I'm really excited to know who these two are. Like, I'm guessing these are like the rival characters for the second game, and I really want to know what their deal is. I've seen a lot of people love this guy specifically. He looks like a total loser. So I'm really excited to meet him. We'll just have to get there in the next game. There he is! He's right there. Oh my god, Regina?! I shouldn't look at that. I shouldn't look at that. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by for the stream. I gotta go rest my throat. Also, hi, Mina. I'm wrapping up, sadly. But don't go anywhere. I will find a raid, a channel to go into for everyone to raid. For everyone to raid, for me to raid into. You know what I mean. I'm tired. But yeah. Edgeworth's own Edgeworth. Thank you for the stream, of course. As for the plans this week, I forgot to make a schedule, so it's mostly gonna be like guerrilla streams. I know I'm planning on playing, maybe playing Final Fantasy 14 tomorrow to continue more of Elio's adventures. And I might play this game again on Thursday. Maybe. Either that or I just play this game again tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me see. Who is live that we can raid into? Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. I'm a chud, I'm a chud, I'm a fat little chud. Chud, I'm a chud, I'm a fat little chud. Chud, I'm a chud, I'm a fat little chud.
I really got that song stuck in my head.
You know what? Let's go right into Diggy, who's playing Super Mario Super Picross. I love playing that game. I still haven't like beaten the Wario levels yet though, so but I'm close. I think I'm just like I'm at level 7 for that game. But yes, we go right into Diggy. And I'll probably maybe see you tomorrow. Maybe if I'm feeling like it. If not, I'll definitely be doing Ace Attorney Saturdays. I feel like that's a given. Probably. Maybe. I'll have to see. But yeah. Hope everyone has a good rest of your evening. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye! Wow!